Taurus, there is an invisible line that separates your life into two parts, before and after the last day of June. You don't know it yet, but when this day ends, you will be a completely different person. I'm not talking about gradual changes or slow transformations that you may or may not notice. I'm talking about a total rupture with who you are today, a break in your current reality so profound that it will be impossible to go back, and this is not your choice. It's not something you can avoid, postpone, or control. It's something that has already been decided on levels far beyond your conscious understanding. As you watch this video, your future self, the one who will exist after the last day of June, is already watching you. It already knows what choices you will make. It has already experienced the transformation that you have no idea is coming. And if it could speak to you right now, it would say exactly this: get ready, because nothing you think you know about yourself is true. Have you felt something strange growing inside you in the last few weeks? A restlessness that you can't explain? An urgent desire to change everything, even though you don't know exactly what? These are not just passing emotions. They are signs that your old life is coming to an end. What I'm going to reveal in the next few pages will challenge everything you believe about destiny, free will, and personal transformation. I'm going to show you exactly why the last day of June was chosen as the 0 point of your new existence. Why you, specifically you, were selected to go through this experience that few humans experience in a lifetime. And most importantly, I'm going to prepare you for what's coming, because when the time comes, you'll have just a few seconds to choose between resisting the change and being swept away by it, or embracing it and being catapulted into a level of life you never knew existed. Can you feel that your current life is about to end, even if you don't yet know how the new one will begin? Taurus, I need you to understand something fundamental. You are not who you think you are. The person you know as you is just a limited version, a pale shadow of your true essence. For years, you have built an identity based on security, stability, and predictable routines. You pride yourself on being reliable, persistent, someone people can count on. But all of that is going to be torn apart on the last day of June. Not because you will lose those qualities, but because you will discover that they are just the surface of a much greater power that exists within you. The current version of you is like a seed that never had the courage to sprout, comfortable in the darkness of the earth, protected, safe, but completely limited in its possibilities. The last day of June will be like a heavy rain that will force this seed to break its protective shell and emerge into the light. And when that happens, you will realize that you always had within you the potential for an extraordinary life, but you were wasting that potential by living a small and controlled existence. Over the past few years, you've probably wondered why you felt so unfulfilled even when your life seemed to be on track. Why even when you've achieved your goals, there's always been a void that nothing can fill. The answer is simple. You've been living the life of someone you were never meant to be. Your true soul has been suffocated under layers of conditioning, external expectations, and fear of change. But on the last day of June, those layers will be peeled away, revealing the real you beneath all that false protection. Are you ready to discover that the person you thought you were may not be who you truly are? What makes this event so powerful is that it doesn't come from the outside in. It's not an external circumstance that will force you to change. It's an explosion that comes from within, an energy that has been accumulating inside you for years, waiting for the right moment to manifest. And that moment has arrived. On the last day of June, something will happen within your consciousness that will completely reorganize your perception of reality. It will be like waking up from a very long dream and realizing that your real life was waiting for you all along. For Taurians born between April 20th and April 30th, this transformation will manifest itself primarily in the area of relationships and human connections. You will discover that you have a capacity to impact the lives of others that you never imagined you had. For those born between May 1 and 10, the focus will be on creative expression and personal authenticity. Talents that were dormant will awaken with surprising force. And for those born between May 11 and 20, the revolution will occur in the area of life purpose and mission. You will have absolute clarity about your unique role in this world. But no matter when you were born, all Taurians will experience one thing in common on the last day of June: the death of the smaller version of themselves. And I use the word death intentionally, because that's exactly what will happen. The person you are today will cease to exist. Not gradually, all at once, as if someone flipped a switch in your consciousness, and in place of that limited and fearful person will be born someone you can barely imagine at this moment. Someone courageous, powerful, magnetic, irresistible. Someone who lives without fear and without excuses. Do you have the courage to let go of who you are today so that the person you can truly become can be born? The reason the last day of June was chosen as your personal transformational milestone has to do with a very specific alignment between your personal energy and the transformative currents that are sweeping the planet at this time. We are living in a time of collective awakening, where people like you, who have the potential to influence and inspire others through example, are being activated one by one. You are not just another person undergoing a personal transformation. You are part of a much larger movement, a wave of change that will redefine what it means to be human on this planet. What happens to you on the last day of June will create ripples that will spread through every area of your life and the lives of everyone around you. People will look at you and ask, "What's changed? You look completely different." And you won't be able to explain it in words, because the transformation will be so profound that ordinary language will not have the resources to describe it. You will simply radiate a different energy, a presence that was not there before. Over the next few days leading up to this milestone, you will notice increasingly intense signs that something is brewing within you. More vivid and meaningful dreams. Insights that come out of nowhere with crystal clarity. Synchronicities that will be impossible to ignore. Encounters with people who will tell you exactly what you need to hear at the right time. Opportunities that will appear as if the universe is conspiring to put you in the right place at the right time. Don't ignore these signs. Don't try to rationalize them or explain them away as coincidences. They are preparations. The universe is organizing itself to ensure that when the last day of June arrives, you are in the ideal mental and emotional state to receive the transformation that is coming. And this transformation is not something that you can force or speed up. It has its own timing, its own intelligence, its own way of manifesting. All you can do is prepare yourself so that you won't resist it when it arrives. Are you willing to trust a process that you don't control, but that knows you better than you know yourself? Taurus. One of the things that impresses me most about your transformation is that it doesn't come to destroy what you've built up until now. It comes to reveal that what you've built was just the foundation for something much greater. All the experiences you've lived, all the challenges you've faced, all the skills you've developed were preparation for what you're going to become. Nothing was wasted time, nothing was unnecessary. Everything had a purpose within a much greater plan that you couldn't see until now. The security you value so much as a Taurus will not be destroyed. It will be transformed into a much deeper and more real form of security. Instead of seeking security in external things, job, relationships, possessions, you will discover an inner security so solid that external circumstances will never again have the power to shake you. You will become your own source of stability and confidence. The persistence that has always been your hallmark will become an unstoppable force of manifestation. Instead of persisting to keep things the way they are, you will persist to create completely new realities. You will discover that you have the power to shape your life experience in ways you once thought impossible. and the loyalty you have always shown to others will extend to your own true essence. You will never again betray who you truly are to please others or to fit into expectations that make no sense to you. What is happening is not an ordinary change that you can plan or control. It is a quantum event in your consciousness, an instantaneous leap from one level of existence to another. It is as if you were a character in a video game who suddenly gains access to a completely new level with powers, abilities, and possibilities that did not exist before. The difference is that this is not a game. This is your real life, and the powers you will discover are real capabilities that have always been latent within you. During the last day of June, you will experience moments where you feel completely different. Moments where you will look in the mirror and not recognize the person looking back, not because your physical appearance has changed, but because the energy you radiate will be completely new. You will feel as if you are inhabiting a body that finally makes sense of who you really are, as if until now you have been wearing clothes that don't fit properly, and you have finally found the perfect outfit. People around you will notice the change immediately. Some will be drawn to the new energy you are emanating. Others will feel uncomfortable because your transformation will mirror to them everything they have not had the courage to change in their own lives. Don't be surprised if some relationships go through a complete overhaul. People who were part of your old life may naturally drift away, while others who resonate with who you are becoming will appear as if magnetically drawn into your reality. The most important thing I can tell you is, don't be afraid of the intensity of what's coming. The transformation will be powerful. It will be fast. It will affect every aspect of your life. But it's not coming to destroy you. It's coming to free you, to finally give you access to the version of yourself that always existed, but that was locked inside a prison of self-imposed limitations. When you leave this prison on the last day of June, you'll realize that the world is much bigger, much more full of possibilities, much more magical than you ever imagined. Are you ready to discover that the life you considered good was just a reduced version of the extraordinary life that was always possible for you? The energy that will drive your transformation has a unique quality. It is simultaneously devastating and healing. It will demolish everything that is false in your life and rebuild everything on a foundation of absolute truth. It will be like undergoing energetic surgery, where everything that no longer serves your highest good is removed, and everything that is essential to your new version is strengthened and expanded. During this process, you may feel disoriented for a while. This is natural. When someone has lived in a dark cave for years and is suddenly exposed to sunlight, their eyes need to adjust. Likewise, your consciousness will need a few moments to adjust to the new reality you are experiencing. But once the adjustment has taken place, you will wonder how you managed to live in the dark for so long. What excites me most about what's going to happen to you is that your transformation will inspire others to seek their own transformations. You will become living proof that it's possible to completely change your life, that people don't have to accept limitations as permanent, that everyone has extraordinary potential within them waiting to be activated. Your journey will show others that they too can choose to stop living as small versions of themselves. On the last day of June, when you look back at who you were before, you will feel profound gratitude for everything you have experienced, but also disbelief that you have managed to live so long limiting yourself in such unnecessary ways. It will be as if you discovered that you have always had the keys to your own prison, but you were so afraid to leave that you never tried to open the door. And when you look ahead and see all the possibilities that lie before you, you'll feel such intense excitement that you'll want to start living this new life right away. The good news is that you can, because the transformation that's about to happen isn't just a change in perspective. It's a real shift in your ability to create, manifest, and experience life in completely new ways. Taurus, in the days leading up to your personal milestone, pay special attention to your dreams. They will begin to show you fragments of the new reality you will be creating. Also, pay attention to your sudden intuitions, especially those that push you out of your comfort zone. Your inner wisdom already knows what is coming and is trying to prepare you. And most importantly, pay attention to the moments of uneasiness that may arise. These are not signs that something is wrong. They are signs that something incredibly right is about to happen. The transformed version of you that emerges on the last day of June will not be a different person. It will be you, finally being your true self. All the qualities you have always had but that were diluted or hidden will manifest in their full potential. Your creative capacity, your personal magnetism, your ability to positively impact the lives of others, your intuition, your courage, all of these will be amplified exponentially. And the most beautiful thing of all, you will finally understand why you went through everything you went through to get to this moment. Every difficulty, every disappointment, every moment of confusion, every experience that at the time seemed like a mistake or a detour will make perfect sense when you see the full picture of your journey. You will realize that there is no coincidence in your story, that everything was precisely orchestrated to bring you to this point of total transformation. The last day of June won't be just another day on the calendar. It will be the day you were truly born, the day your real life began, the day that divides your existence into before and after. And when that day passes, you will never again be able to pretend that you don't know who you really are or what you are capable of, because you will have experienced firsthand what it means to live as your most authentic and powerful self. Are you ready for this level of responsibility to yourself and the extraordinary potential that you carry within you? If this message has reached you, it is no coincidence. It is because you are already in the process of preparing for your transformation. Your energy field is already tuned to the frequency of this change. Share in the comments if you have felt any uneasiness or growing anticipation in the last few weeks. Your experiences will help other Taurians recognize the signs in their own lives. Subscribe to the channel now, because what will happen to you on the last day of June is just the beginning of an extraordinary journey. You will need guidance on how to integrate your new reality, how to deal with the reactions of those around you, how to make the most of the opportunities that will cascade after your transformation. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any guidance that can help you in the next steps. Remember, the last day of June has already been chosen. The transformation is already underway. The only variable is whether you will collaborate with the process or try to resist it, and I'm sure you already know which is the right choice. Your Taurus soul, which has always sought stability, will finally find true stability, the one that comes from being completely authentic and aligned with your higher purpose. Get ready, because your real life is about to begin.